minute. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I thought Angel Reese was a big deal. I thought she was a box office draw.
From the people that want to pay the money. Sponsors. Oh, man. Angel Reese fans are going to be pissed. Ice Cube, you see the headline from TMZ. Sorry, Angel Reese, the $5 million offer was only for Caitlin Clark. Oh, fuck. It's about to get ugly.
Angel Reese just got a brutal wake-up call. Turns out not everyone's sold on the hype. Ice Cube and the BIG3 went from "let's talk" to "we're good," and now Reese is left with a PR mess and a cold inbox. Sponsors are backing off, Cube shut the door, and meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's busy collecting wins and cooling off with Gatorade. What happened? The fall from fantasy to reality was fast and loud. Let's break down the deal that collapsed, the silence that followed, and the noise Angel can't seem to outrun.
I don't really get to stand up for myself. I mean, I have great teammates. I have a great support system. I got my hometown. I got my family that stands up for me. I don't really get to speak out on things just because I just try to ignore, and I just try to stand strong. Like, I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. Death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time.
Angel Reese just got hit with a reality check, and it wasn't subtle. One day, she's mapping out her post-WNBA takeover, picturing BIG3 glory and media love, maybe even planning a Trailblazer documentary. The next, Ice Cube shuts it all down with a silence louder than a mic drop. This is the guy who turned West Coast rap into a hoops empire, and even he wasn't buying what Reese was selling. The door didn't just close. It slammed, locked, and left her outside Googling how to bounce back from public rejection.
This week, the rapper turned league founder explained that the snub wasn't personal, but it was business. That's all it is, business. Y'all gonna make it personal, though. Just like y'all making it personal with Candace Parker. Y'all make it personal with anybody who does not lie and pretend like they are on the same level. That's all y'all gonna do. That's all y'all gonna do. That's it. So at the end of the day, look, we was wondering, yo, Ice Cube was offering that bag. He was offering that baggy bag. And Caitlin was like, nah. I can't even help you, buddy. You got to get it on your own. I ain't doing it.
Let's be honest. When even Ice Cube, the man who turned "Today Was a Good Day" into a cultural anthem, hits you with a hard pass, that's not just a red flag. It's a full-blown warning siren. And it didn't stop there. The moment Cube ghosted, the sponsors followed like a fire drill. 1 second, Reese was the brand darling. The next, she's watching skincare lines, energy drinks, and wannabe crypto collabs vanish faster than her stats in crunch time. It wasn't a slow fade. It was a full-scale brand exodus. Because nothing screams "we're out" like silence and vanished contracts.
For Ice Cube, they're about to come and get Ice Cube. We know how this works. It won't be long. But the AR5 fans will seek and destroy, or try to, because that's standard operating procedure for them, Ice Cube. Because Ice Cube has come out and given everybody some brutal truth, and there is a portion of this that just tells you everything that we've been telling you. This is just confirmation.
And while all that chaos unfolded, Caitlin Clark was just out there being Caitlin Clark, dropping dimes, starring in national commercials, and cashing checks for simply existing. She's not chasing clout, it's chasing her. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's PR team is stuck trying to spin silence into strategy. But here's the uncomfortable truth no one wants to say out loud. She's not Caitlin Clark. Not in the box score, not in the media spotlight, and absolutely not when the endorsement deals start rolling in. One's a brand, the other, still searching for one.
Ice Cube had a backup plan, right? According to the media, There's more than one star in the WNBA dump. The growth of pretend basketball should be attributed to more than one player. Since Caitlin Clark rejected the offer, Ice Cube could make the same deal with Angel Reese. Said, "We can't pay Angel Reese. This isn't the WNBA. We're in business to make money. We don't have the luxury of being subsidized by the NBA. If we're offering millions of dollars to a player, we have to receive a return on that investment."
Caitlin Clark's out here playing chess, while Angel Reese is still flipping the checkerboard. Caitlin doesn't need to chase headlines. They orbit her. She's the type of player leagues dream of. Humble, lethal, marketable. Angel? She's the kind of player that sends PR departments into panic mode. There's a canyon between being famous and being franchise material. Caitlin drops 30, signs autographs, then heads to brunch like she just ran errands. Angel throws shade, bricks layups, and wonders why Nike's sending "we'll pass" emails. So when Ice Cube caught wind of Angel's camp trying to slide her into the Big 3, you could practically hear the boardroom groan. Cube's building a league, not hosting a soap opera. He wants hoopers, not hashtags. Ballers, not brand baggage. And Angel's highlight reel? Lately, it's been more tweets than buckets. That no thanks from the Big 3 wasn't just a declined offer. It was a reality check wrapped in silence. Because when sponsors pull back and the doors stop opening, it's not just about missed opportunities. It's about the myth of invincibility cracking wide open. Angel didn't just lose a deal. She lost the narrative. And for someone built on buzz, that's the harshest blow of all.
With the Big Three's $5 million offer to Caitlin Clark never coming to fruition, could a lucrative Angel Reese proposal be up next for the Hoops League? Tell me you don't know ball. I mean, honestly, don't count on it. TMZ Sports caught up with Ice Cube himself at LAX this week, and the Big 3 honcho said that there will be no deal put in front of Angel Reese anytime soon. Woo! What's that sound I hear? I believe that's seething. I believe that's what I'm hearing right now.
Let's not forget, this is the same player who built her whole brand around that "you can't see me" flex, only to realize lately that nobody's really watching. The numbers don't lie. The fans aren't showing up like they used to. And Ice Cube? He's not in the business of make-believe. If it doesn't move the needle, or the money, he's out. And that silence? Louder than any flex. Cue the panic. Silent phone. Crickets from the sponsor end. Instagram stories looking suspiciously less glam and way more filtered sadness. Suddenly, it's not "they hate me because I'm confident," it's "why isn't anyone returning our emails?" The energy went from Bayou Barbie to Budget Barbie real fast. Meanwhile, Angel is over here trying to rebrand overnight, but the internet never forgets. Every petty comment, every flex that didn't land, every timeout spent arguing instead of strategizing, it's all on tape. And the sponsors? They're not dumb. They read the room. They saw who the fans rally behind and who they roll their eyes at.
The original gangster. It's so sad. Gone into hiding because of the absolute anger and insanity of Angel Reese fans because of this little clip talking about bringing her to the Big 3 league and, comparing her to Caitlin Clark, the man who started a revolution in the rap game, straight out of Compton, crazy.
There's also the team player factor. And here's where the contrast really burns. Caitlin, from day one, has been locked in. Whether she's scoring or cheering from the sidelines, she's present. She makes the team better. Angel? Let's just say her enthusiasm mysteriously vanishes when she's benched. The difference between a leader and a liability? It's night and day. And guess who's getting daytime commercials? So while Angel is out here panic Googling how to recover from being iced by Ice Cube, Caitlin's probably signing another endorsement, doing a charity event, and casually hitting half-court shots with the same grace some people hit snooze buttons. She had the platform, the spotlight, the viral moment. But instead of building on it with consistency and grace, she leaned into the chaos. The performative rivalries, the clapbacks, the off-court distractions. And the sponsors? They were watching, holding their breath, hoping she'd pivot. She didn't. And now they've pivoted instead, straight to Caitlin's inbox.
So, Ice Cube said he offered Caitlin Clark, aka my precious CC, $5 million for a contract to play in a Big 3, and she turned it down, as she should at the end of the day. She want to play in the WNBA, and I respect it. But what I respect more is Ice Cube told y'all, and he famous, and we the same color. Y'all think he hating when he say Angel Reese wasn't good enough? And the sponsorship wasn't feeling it at the end of the day. They wanted Caitlin, aka my precious CC.
It's a lesson as old as the league. Attention is cool, but respect is currency. And when the people with the money start choosing respect over noise, well, that's when the panic sets in. Angel thought she was the moment. Turns out she was a moment. And moments fade, especially when the next one is quietly outworking you while you're still trying to win the comment section. So here we are. Angel Reese, once touted as the new face of the league, now facing rejection from a league she thought she could dominate. Sponsors stepping back like she just dropped a mixtape of missed layups. And Ice Cube, still chilling, still cashing checks, and probably thanking his instincts for dodging a PR grenade dressed in lashes and attitude. Because at the end of the day, the game doesn't care about your followers. It cares about your follow-through. And yet, somehow, the Reese versus Clark debate keeps crawling out of the group chat like a zombie no one invited. Why? Why are we still pretending these two exist in the same solar system? Caitlin Clark is an entire constellation. Rising ratings, rising talent, rising stock.
Ice Cube says Big 3 sponsors didn't view Angel Reese the same way as Caitlin Clark. He said with Caitlin, it was just unlock millions of dollars for the league. They didn't tell us the same thing about Angel. Money talks, bullshit walks.
Does the offer still stand to Caitlin Clark?
Nah, we've moved on. We see that she is focused on the WNBA, and we really didn't get great engagement from the offer from their team. I think the agents was hating on it a little bit.
What was the offer?
Meanwhile, Angel Reese is out here representing the Department of Missed Opportunities and Misplaced Attitude. It's not even a rivalry anymore. It's a cosmic mismatch being duct-taped together by people who still think volume equals value. Let's be honest, this isn't basketball beef. It's resentment with a hoop. Clark is doing what every coach dreams of, making teammates better, making headlines for the right reasons, and making networks drool. Angel, she's generating content, not confidence. Angel Reese isn't hated because she's outspoken. She's controversial because she keeps cashing checks her stat sheet can't cover. When your reputation outpaces your production, things start to unravel fast. And lately, it's been unraveling in high definition. People aren't tired of Angel Reese because she's confident. They're tired because confidence with no clutch turns into noise.
I want to say one more thing about Ice Cube, though.
Sure.
The other thing that bothers me about this, Ice Cube has long been this man that has exalted himself as a pro-black man who is about black people and is about his community. So why he took this moment to say anything disparaging about a black woman bothers me.
Here's what bothers me about what Cube did. He based it around statements that Angel Reese made a year ago.
Right. But out of context, though, because she didn't say that she couldn't pay her bills. She said based on her WNBA salary alone, which she said if that was all I had to live on, I couldn't pay my bills. But that's not all the money she's getting.
And still, some bold soul decided to toss Ice Cube into the blender. Really? This is what we're doing now? If I had to pick between Angel Reese and Ice Cube, I'd pick Reese. Okay, cool. That's like choosing between a soggy waffle and a vintage VCR. Why are we even pretending this is the same category? And Cube, bless his unpredictable bucket hat-wearing heart, is now getting dragged for what? Not handing Angel a contract like she's basketball royalty? This isn't about politics. This isn't about MAGA hats or whatever decade-old Twitter photo someone unburied. The same people screaming, "Cube is a red hat-wearing MAGA boy," are the same ones who loved barbershop and still post, "Today was a good day" on Fridays. If Cube had signed Angel, these same folks would be calling it bold and historic. But he didn't. So now suddenly he's a villain. Welcome to 2025, where opinions come with memory loss and optional nuance. If we're being real, the Ice Cube slander is less about Cube and more about how embarrassing this rejection was for Reese. She didn't just get denied, she got publicly swerved by a league that literally needs attention.
Came up with a brilliant plan to grow his league. He offered Caitlin Clark $15 million to join the Big Three. She would receive $10 million in salary over 2 years. He offered Caitlin Clark ownership stake, which would potentially be worth millions of dollars. He also gave her 50% of the merchandising revenue, along with ownership in a Big Three documentary that came with a 7-figure advance. The deal was worth $15 million, but it could have been worth significantly more.
That's the burn. Big Three doesn't usually pass on viral. They need viral. And even they said no thanks. It's like being turned away from a karaoke bar when you're the only one in line. And yes, it's getting exhausting watching people try to reframe this like it's some kind of culture war, when really it's a competence war. You can be loud, flashy, and trending. But if you can't show up when it counts, you're just a distraction in high tops. The sponsors noticed. The fans noticed. Even the broadcasters noticed. Just look at the camera time. You could time Caitlin Clark's game-changing passes down to the second. Angel's getting cut away from mid-rant.
So today, lads, the Indiana Fever played the Chicago Sky on Barbie night. And obviously it was... I actually am impressed by Chicago Sky's fight. They were overmatched. They were absolutely overmatched. Because I gotta say this, they tried. This is the first time I've seen the Sky without Bo Danger, Reese, and Ariel Atkins try for a full game.
And I just try to stand strong for my teammates because I don't want them to see me down and not be there for them. So I just want them to always just know I'm still a human. All this has happened since I won the national championship, and I said the other day I haven't had peace.
The real kicker is that Angel's supporters seem more invested in dragging everyone else than actually asking her to improve. The second anyone critiques her shot selection, her court presence, or her temper, it becomes a cultural incident. Meanwhile, Caitlin can take a hard foul, smile, drain a logo three, and jog back on defense like nothing happened. That's not privilege. That's discipline. And no, they're not the same. And back to Ice Cube. If he had said yes to Reese, this whole narrative would have been flipped into, look at Cube uplifting women's basketball. But since he chose not to ride the hype train, suddenly he's MAGA adjacent and canceled by association. Just say you're mad Angel got snubbed and move on. If he's just some MAGA mascot, why try to join his league? Either he matters or he doesn't. You don't get to drag someone for ignoring your resume after you begged to be seen. And still, people keep acting like being compared to Clark is some form of injustice. Caitlin's not just the standard. She set the standard. You don't compete with that by crying foul. You do it by getting better.
Cube not paying Angel Reese the same as he paid Caitlin Clark. Be hard to say her name sometimes. Caitlin Clark. Well, come to find out, he's saying he couldn't pay Angel Reese $5 million because the sponsors feel that the marketability will be different.
But Angel Reese's camp seems more concerned with controlling the narrative than facing the reality. Every time she rides the bench, it's painted as some grand injustice. But sometimes it's not personal. It's just basketball. Coaches make calls based on who gives them the best shot to win. And if someone else is earning those minutes, maybe it's time to look inward. That's not mental toughness. That's PR damage control. One inspires the next generation. The other blocks college kids for saying what everyone's thinking. Let's be real. The only thing Reese and Clark have in common now is the size of their shoes. The numbers aren't close. The buzz isn't close. The brand power? Not even in the same orbit. Ice Cube saw that. He saw through the noise, the drama, the empty hype, and made the smartest call of all. He passed. Quietly, clearly, and completely. If you enjoyed leaving a like and subscribing, more videos are on the screen now.